Alright guys, so for the first stretch, you're going to need something similar to this mini barbell. If you don't have this in your gym, because I know there are some gyms that don't carry these, Exports have them. I'm not sure if LA Fitness has them. I've been to a couple LA Fitnesses that didn't have them. But if you do have this in your gym, what you're going to do is you're going to bring it just as far back behind as you can. And you want to pretend as if someone is like punching you in the stomach. So you'll notice that both me and David, we keep our chest in the same position. We're not bringing our chest back with the stretch. The second you try and compensate by bringing your chest back instead of just keeping that neutral position, you lose half the stretch. As you can see, David's got more mobility in his shoulders than I do. It's a weak point for me in general, which is why I wanted to do these series in the first place. But it's something I'm working on, so it'll just get better. The second stretch that we did, we just took this mini barbell and kind of just played with it. As you can see, we like grab it with one arm, we flip it, and then we're like using the bar to rotate our shoulders back, and then we flip it the other way and then bring it across our chest and hold it there for about a good second. You can just play with this a little bit, honestly. Play with it until your shoulders are loose. But this was a little tricky. I had to ask him a couple times how to do it. But if you can just watch how we're doing this and be able to do it on your own, then you're in pretty good shape. The only thing I will say about this stretch that you need to be careful about, though, is when you're rotating your shoulder backwards, try and do it as slow as possible. I did notice if your shoulders are tight and you try and do it too quickly, I'm just afraid that you could possibly injure your shoulder somehow. So just take it really slow, guys. So this third stretch that we did, we got a foam roller, and what we did was we just kept our back as flat against the foam roller as possible. You don't want there to be any space in between your lower back and the pad. So what we did at the top is I had Dave push down on my arms, and I'm trying to fight the resistance by pushing back up at him. And this is just because I have some pretty inflexible shoulders. It was hard to keep my shoulders and my arms completely flat against the ground the entire way up at the top of the movement here, for the top of the stretch. So basically, he's just kind of working me out a little bit. You can do this if you have a partner, but if you don't, it's not necessary. Or you can do what I'm doing right here. Put a couple, these are like those plastic weights. Some gyms have them, like I said, some don't. But they're like probably like 7 pounds, so they're not very heavy. And that just kind of helped me keep my arms a little flatter against the ground. So if you try this stretch out yourself and you notice that your shoulders are really tight, I would suggest taking this specific stretch even slower. As you can tell, I'm going extremely slow on the way up and down. And at the top of the stretch where you really feel the most tension on your shoulders, I'm making sure I keep in that position for at least a good 3 to 5 seconds just to help loosen up the shoulders. And that's all we did, guys, just the 3 stretches here. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did find it helpful, just stay tuned for more videos. We got a leg day video coming soon.